You know, one loss away from going home. They turn to their carrier, they say, what do you want to play?
And they say Morphling.
Yeah. It happens so many times. And as we've seen, you know, with mixed results, right? I think it was close to sort of a 50% win rate we've been having on this road to the TI on the Morphling.
This is interesting, right? Because now I'm like looking at, actually, we might have just get a first blood immediately.
All right.
He got bonked.
Yeah, okay. Well, that Skeeter's going to be happy with that.
Sometimes you pick the Morphling right away and then
then you get caught on sub 300 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, first blood for Falcons.
I mean, an instant balance into a nuke, and he's actually just immediately dies. All right, so things I was seeing from the Morphling pick at least was what the panel was saying, some limited catch in some ways, but there is, you know, there is ways they can play around it with the Soul Bind, the stun from the Monkey King, and the Sand King. However, the other thing is, he can, all three of the cores that he can morph into are fantastic in the mid-game. He gets mobility from Weaver, stun from Sand King, plus a mobility spell, and a stun plus a mobility spell from Monkey King. It's like the dream to turn into any of the three of these when you're fighting, which is sometimes also an indicator of a decent Morphling game as well. But let's see if it works. I think the other thing that I see from Spirit is they added team fight, right? Last game, it was pretty lackluster in the team fight department, but they made those fights work anyway. This time, I think they wanted to make the game maybe a little easier to play, perhaps, although that last game was absolutely fantastic.
Let's have a look.
Falcons. We get.
Going to be able to start off with kind of double the bonus to get the 3 bounty runes and, of course, getting that first blood for Skeeter.
Yep. That is kind of the dream for the Weaver. Starting first blood for Weaver is very nice when he's playing versus a lane that has no stun. So this is a lane that could actually get punished pretty hard. Yeah, Magnus. Shadow Demon can play around it where if you have a sentry down and you see the Weaver Sakuchi, you can immediately disrupt him and then you can look for making these plays. But a Weaver with an early advantage with a hero like Pugna behind him can be incredibly potent.
And what are we getting out of this mid matchup? Maureen once again on the Sand King up against Lal on the mid SF.
Could be a hard lane. It should be on paper, right? A hard lane for the Sand King, but Maureen is the specialist Sand King, and he is the specialist, as I believe they were saying on the panel also, of just doing really good in matchups that can sometimes be very difficult. He's like the master of manipulating creep waves in the mid lane. Top, they actually won the Sentry War immediately. So Snaking, he was able to place that Sentry, take it out right away. So Skeeter's playing in a lane versus no Sentry at the moment. And Pugna, I think we've said it a million times, one of the best harassers inside that laning phase.
Good job of bullying back Collapse. Yeah, indeed, sort of ensuring a lane where Skeeter incredibly unlikely to die.
Yeah, has to make a pretty big mistake, I would imagine. Or, yeah, just pretty much a big mistake if he gets caught from a disruption under a sentry. Bottom, Amar, this feels like, I know he's been doing this a lot more recently again too, but this is like an Amar of the past kind of thing where he plays this kind of carry hero, but also this anti-carry in a way in that off lane, because it can be pretty annoying to deal with this Monkey King. If he gets off to a good start, he can bully a lot with that Jingu early on.
And because overall, you know, the panel did talk about just in general how greedy Spirit's draft can look when you consider the 3 cores. Do you think they're likely to get away with the greed? You know, is this them sort of saying, hey, you know what, this is probably going to be a 60-minute game, we're going to get time for everyone? Or do you think Falcons, this game, we might actually see a rare situation where Falcons could have the potential to close this one up a lot shorter than the 60-minute games we've been seeing for them?
Oh, and it's the 60. It's Falcons. It's a 60-minute game. Let's be real. No, maybe not 60-minute game, but it should be a much longer game. Also, looking at what they have to push, I don't see a Dominator builder on their draft. They have a Pugna to be able to force buildings, but on the side of Spirit, they do have a Dominator builder. And we've seen these Dominators just prolong games. Just cutting the creep waves constantly is a rare miss.
They lost the mark there from Collapse. Even with the connection, probably wasn't quite close enough to get the shockwave into skewer back.
Amar. He's got the Orb of Frost. He's trying to get the connection onto Yatoro. Yatoro won't let him get that for the Jingu. But he's definitely gonna slow this Morphling down a bit here. The Pushka has hit level 2, has a second spell.
They go aggressive. From Marmar's got the backup of crit. The stick charges, but the damage is done.
Heads up there from Pushka on the side. Crit still wasn't back in the area. Laurel so far is doing a fantastic job. So in terms of greediness, I mean, there's definitely that greed that's always going to be there from the Morph, but I don't feel like the Shadow Fiend is very greedy whatsoever. Yes, he wants his items, but he's got to win this matchup. I don't know how Maureen actually can... Yes, he has boots to try to cut, but I imagine Laurel's going to get boots, and he can follow the Sand King. You can actually do a pretty good job of bullying the SK while you're playing the Shadow Fiend if you do get your boots as well.
Now, would you say sort of like overall these two mids should be on track to hit kind of similar timings and similar sort of power spikes? You know, how do they sort of match up in that regard?
I think actually, you know what? I'm kind of taking it back. I think Malreen's actually going to hit the timing first.
Yeah, it's going to take. It will still take a bit longer for the SF. Yeah,
you know, actually, like thinking about it more, it is pretty dangerous because the issue is that there's always going to be these stacks that are coming out, and even if the lane goes slightly bad, Malreen will probably actually come out ahead in the lane. This is pretty wild to say.
Because especially with the backup he has, even just kind of looking at crit on the Grimstroke, right? If they get a good Blink Dagger timing on the Sand King,
he can kill.
And they're going to make like these Burrow Strike, Inkswell stuns, jumps onto the SF, onto the Morphling, and even onto the Magnus. They're going to have a very good chance of getting those kills at a point of the game where Spirit might not be quite ready to fight back.
And Malreen, so far, I think every game, even when he's been shut down on the Sand King, I want to say he gets a sub 12-minute Blink Dagger.
It's always very consistently quick on his Blink Dagger timings.
And he immediately does the thing where he pulls the neutral creeps into, he pulls the lane creeps into the neutral camp, so he's even already starting to get that maximizing. He's actually ahead of the SF by 500 gold. If you look at the last hits, you saw that the SF was actually ahead in last hits, but
that's pretty crazy.
The Sand King is significantly ahead.
I understand, you know, drafting against Falcons must be incredibly hard, but I am surprised how many times they do let the Sand King through. Malreen has definitely been showing his strengths on this hero, and I think most of the time if you let them have it, they will just take the Sand King from Malreen of how solid of a showing he's been giving.
I feel like you'll just take it for him every time. He's clearly shown he's by far the best Sand King. Laurel will get a free lane though, so level 6 has been hit. They've got the catapult wave 2. Is going to start to put some pressure onto the tower here. Are they going to look to make a rotation mid? It looks like they're actually going to make the move bottom, so all eyes focused on Yatoro.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice. That picture of collapse.
The setup. Disruption's there.
He's speedy.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
So missed move there from Rue. That means they didn't double check the runes, which ensures that Falcons gets that regen rune from Malreen. It's level 6, 400 ahead of the SF. So yeah, he's done it again.
Yeah,
Raindrop also, so he's fine.
Oh, would have definitely liked a bit of backup to try and that power rune control himself. Would have helped him with the jungling.
I thought Rue was going to go there because they could potentially set up for a disruption into Requiem play since he did have that slight level advantage, but looks like the call was made for him to try to assist in bottom.
Across the board, all 3 cores of Falcons having slightly better time out of these lanes.
Yep, that first blood in particular from the top lane, you're seeing that difference, especially. Rue in a pretty sneaky spot here. Looks like he's gonna try to steal the Shrine of Wisdom.
Crip. They're gonna have the chance to bring him down. Easy kill from Mar.
And Rue, look at that sneakiness.
But Malreen's gonna be here.
Does he go for the disrupt steal?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He is. Does he do it in time?
Don't know if it's going to be quick enough.
He was not in time.
He's not going to be able to make the steal happen. Malreen's going to be able to hold his position, secure the Shrine of Wisdom for himself, and likely get a kill on top of that. As he turns towards Rue, comes in with the Burrow Strike to finish it off. So not only getting a kill, but also being like, oh, what a shame. I've got to take that Shrine of Wisdom for me.
So usually when I've seen people do this in the past, you're kind of standing in the circle already, so that when you get that disruption, you get it immediately. But it was just slightly off time there from Rue. A good attempt for that sneaky play there, but inevitably it actually just ends up hurting more than anything as Malreen. He's going to be enabled toward a very quick Blink Dagger, maybe even faster than we were talking about because of that.
And they just have so many ways to make plays. You know, I look at Falcons lineup, and again, as we say, normally Falcons games do go pretty late, but you just got to imagine the amount of action that Falcons can start playing with. It's pretty insane, right? The sort of combos that they can team up with. All 3 cores are going to be ready to go in, and with sort of the offensive backup of the Grim and the defensive backup of the Pugna, they've got so many ways to make plays. We'll see in the river. Requiem's going to come out and push back Malreen and Crip, but it won't be enough to save Maposhka as Maposhka goes down. He's in a lot of trouble as well. The Sandstorm burning him down. Rue will try and help out here with the disruption. Lal should be okay. No, here comes Amar. Jumps in, boundless strike, couple of right clicks. Can he finish Lal off? He can't. He comes in, but Snaking's right clicks will finish the job. Burrow Strike from Malreen comes in onto the 2 of the Falcons, leading up Spirit here in the mid lane.
They just bring the entire squad.
The brawling from Falcons heroes and the play here from them is far superior than what Spirit can bring in this early game. You don't want to battle Falcons right now. They're so strong.
And you know what's so cool about this move? What did we see in the last game? What have we seen from Spirit so many times when they play? They love to collapse as 4 or 5 heroes in the mid lane. It was actually Falcons the ones to come with it first. They bring that number advantage there. They get the connections. That was beautifully done. 7-2, the pacing, it's absolutely there by Falcons this game. Early item builds too, as you see. Treads, Orb of Frost for the little, reduction of health restoration on Amar. He's going for Diffusal first pickup. And that Blink, about 1,000 gold away from Alrine. That first move from Spirit to match does get hurt, and we're seeing that greed that was talked about get punished from the early moves from Falcons.
So these moves are just going to continue to come out from them.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're taking
So many
bottom tower.
great synergies between these heroes.
Yep, and this tower's just dead. As we've seen, this is what Malrine does, is the sanking. He is a tower pusher. Spirit. The entire name of the game is slow the pace down. Make sure that Yatoro can get online. Laurel getting slowed down is very painful, I would say. He is the one to have that early advantage, have that way to play around for them to slow things down to make sure that the Morphling has a good time. Him dying early on definitely hurts them quite a bit.
1,600 gold on towards the Blink Dagger right now on Malrine.
Making. So high level. He is almost level 7. Rue is level 4. So the supports on the side of Spirit really struggling. That's pretty much the Blink done. So Malrine, he can look to accelerate things massively here and collapse. He's got to go for this build that we've seen, of course, for the Magnus, the internal empowerment, plus he's just going for that Dominator build, which it can be a bit greedy, right? So in terms of playmaking, because Laurel has been slowed down, where's the playmaking really going to come from Spirit, right?
I don't think it is.
It's there, but as individuals, it's quite lackluster.
They're going to have to avoid fights until Collapse is ready.
Yeah, pretty much it feels like that, because otherwise they're just going to get Blink Epied, the Monkey King can jump in at a whim's notice. And they're just losing towers. A second one to fall. Another blast. It's gone. Level 7. I mean, that's pretty crazy that Snaking's that high up there right now. Crit making a smoke move, looking to connect with Malrine with his Blink Dagger timing. He's got... Okay, he doesn't actually have the Soulbind skill, so 3 points in the Phantom, so rather prioritizing the extra attack on it.
Yeah, I mean, if they get that Burrow Strike into the silence on the Morph, it's going to be a whole world of pain for Yatoro.
Yeah.
Here we go. There's the setup. Burrow Strike into the silence. The disruption will come out to help avoid the Inchwell, so this will give a chance for Yatoro. But the Wukong's command into the balance is there. Yatoro has to get out with the wave 4. Collapse, stepping forward. Dying to this Wukong, though. Safe to be set for Lyle. They just walked into the ult. Oh.
Amar will take that all day.
Wow.
Question mark for Malrine.
I tell you what, you got to be careful with these question marks on land. They've historically not gone too great for some teams, but it's there, the all chat question mark.
Malrine looks so serious too there. Collapse was actually laughing it off. Malrine's just like, no. You know, he's the one who gave him that question mark.
Got to be careful. I'm walking into that Monkey King ult.
Especially when Amar has this type of timings, right? He's got the Diffusal. That is a painful one to walk into. 2 cores drop in an instant.
They just can't take these fights right now, Spirit.
No, they need time.
Falcons far too strong here in the early game with their heroes and the lead that they've managed to grow. There's going to be this very quick time.
Bush got.
It's going to be another one here for Falcons.
This bottom side of the map might be something they have to avoid for some time. I mean, Amar is just too threatening. But
they just have to avoid them completely.
Yeah, it's pressure everywhere.
It's going to be another kill around the mid. Crepify. Slowing him down. Through. As Blink, that Burrow strikes up before the blinkers, and that'll be enough to close in. Get another 11-3, 5K lead here for Falcons.
It's early lead.
Yeah, they're dominating this early game.
And they can just take over this area quite easily, and they can look to just swing to this next tower also, right? Malrine can just look to push. Actually, it's already pretty much dead, so they don't even really need him to come up here. And Skeeter has been left completely alone this game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Spirit. What's the move going to be?
It's can't really set up onto this.
No.
Skeeter's perfectly fine.
They just don't have playmaking until, honestly, until Collapse has a Blink Dagger. That is pretty much the only way that they can make these individual plays. Otherwise, it has to be a team move. And
Falcons, they have all the playmaking in the world.
They really do. The Blink is done. Malrine actually has 2 components of his Aghanims already pretty much done. And this is scary times for Spirit already.
The Falcons are getting out of control.
Taking the Shrine of Wisdom too. These supports are already struggling on the side of Team Spirit. If they lose their XP.
Spirit know that they can't come up here.
Yeah, devastating. They're not in a position to steal the Shrine either. We see that Amar immediately TPs over to get that.
I think, yeah, this BKB defusal is going to be online so ridiculously fast here for the Monkey King. And he's not even the top net worth. No. Beyond that, you have the other 2. And under the tower, Malrine's going in under these tier 2 towers ready to set up for kills.
The greed is absolutely getting punished. Yatoro is going to be so far from getting his Manta style too that very easy kills that they can set up onto him with this Grimstroke +1. Laurel, look to get involved with Rue.
But do they really want to try something here?
Malrine's reading the play.
And he's just going to make the jump for him. Straight in with the Epi and the Burrow Strike. Rue will fall. Disruption buys him a bit of safety. They're going to try and fight this. Yatoro turns up the Wukong's command. It's down. It's going to be caught by the silence. He's out of mana. Yatoro will be able to finish off Malrine here with the help of Lal.
But Yatoro,
he's inside the Sandstorm himself. Indeed, they don't see him.
Laurel, though, he can't get out.
He's going to get chased down. TP, doesn't matter. Boundless is back up. So they get something.
I mean, they got Malrine again, but they lose a lot again.
They certainly do. Skeeter continuing to reap the benefits of these plays. Same to be said for Amar.
That's not showing the whole fight back in, right? It's only showing half. Was it? I guess it was showing the whole thing. Okay, wow, they actually got a little bit of an advantage off of that, it seems.
I guess it's a big kill.
It is, but
they certainly need a
hell
of a lot more than that to try and come back in on this one. Spirit still down 6 or 7k or so.
I mean, Falcons are they're ready for the place, and they are not afraid to take every single fight that comes to them right now, right? So Collapse, he's waiting. He's not going to join, it feels like, for some time until he has that Blink Dagger done, and yeah, they need it.
Oh, Skeeter. Has he got a way to get down? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The TP's got to come.
Is his TP
it's coming.
Off cooldown? Yeah, but can he...
It's up in 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, still, a little bit of time. The Collapse is able to hold Skeeter up on the high ground.
He's looking for the delay of the game, right? He's just looking to cut as much as possible, get that time bought. Nice little clever play, though. Skeeter will lose quite a bit of time of efficiency, right? 40 seconds lost, 30 seconds lost at least. Deep wards that we see placed from Falcons early on here. Laurel, down bottom, is right on top of one. Gotta be very careful.
How many close we looking on Collapse at 1800?
Very close, yeah.
I imagine they probably will immediately look for a smoke up around that Blink Dagger, right?
Yep. Yashikaya is finished up, especially because they want to abuse before the BKB timings can come out, right? Because if a BKB comes out and then they make the first move and Amar gets the BKB off, it could just stop it in its tracks. As Amar
found another. Lal is considering helping out, but Malrine's ready to make the jump. He gets the Epic Strike, Burrow Strike onto the 2 with them. Lal will get the Requiem off.
But he's stuck.
And he's very, very dead again.
It's like Malrine knows that they're always going to bring a backup, right? He was
so ready for that.
That's the second or third time I've seen him in position.
And at the same time, they're putting pressure on a Collapse. Okay, they'll have to back off at the time. That's with the TP coming in from Yatoro. The pressure from Falcons continuing.
It's everywhere. There's no real breathing room, as we're seeing on the side of Spirit. Yatoro, now he actually has his Ancients unblocked. Didn't get to point that out, but the camps have been blocked for some time too. So overall, the economy game, Falcons are playing aggressive and blocking the camps to prevent that economy from Spirit. The blink done? It is.
It is.
So eyes on Collapse. This is the time.
Let's see what he can get.
He'll take that. He'll get one immediately. Manta getting closer and closer for Yatoro as well, which will be very nice for him to deal with that Phantom's Embrace. But overall, I mean, Rue has actually protected him, I think, twice now versus it.
This from Namar and Malrine are in the neighborhood. Lal's got to be a bit cautious. He won't push out too far.
He can their own move too. Starting to feel that power because they have that blink.
Super fast timing there on the Formione for Skeeter.
Might be one of the faster ones we see with the rest of the items that he does have picked up. He is crazy farmed. And he's not that squishy either. Actually, when you look at things, if he's on strength treads, actually sitting at a fair bit of HP with that essence strength too. He's going to be over 2,000 HP on a Weaver, which is not usually the case you see for Weavers. Usually quite fragile.
18 minutes. Aghanim's done on top of the Blink Dagger for Maureen.
Boy, Yatoro needs that bloodlust at all times. Yeah, crit. This could be cool if he does go down this build. If he does want to get the blink first, or if he does go either that Aghanim's.
I mean, yeah,
they mentioned it. It's a fantastic
it's
Portrait
so
game.
strong. This game.
Morph is pretty much one of the best that you can turn. There's that BKB.
Yeah, I think these timings just flying out from Falcons, and they're ready to use them. Immediate smoke up now with this next round of items completed.
It's around a big objective too, right? They have 2 big timings, and it's around that Tormentor potential that both teams want to try to go for here. Maureen.
Poshka. Pretty dead if they want to commit for him. They will.
Easy kill. Power Rune as well.
I'm going to swing around to the mid. Rue and Collapse.
Amar is here.
Deep.
He sees them.
They're going to see him. He's going to go for the Shockwave Skewer Collapse, but I don't think he's got a way out of this one. The Bar Strike again lines up perfectly from Maureen.
This is the fastest I've seen Falcons play all tournament. And every move is hitting. They're reading the plays beautifully. Again, they find them in position.
Is pretty wild.
Right? Like,
I guess they were sort of saving it for this point in this very important series. They're like, aha, you thought we could only win games after 60 minutes? We're going to run you over in less than 30. See if they can keep it up.
Every single one of their moves is connecting. It just does seem like they're more than one step ahead so far in this early game versus Spirit. Tormentor, looks like they're going to work on it. They don't even need the whole squad. Just a Bug plus a Pugna. With the way that minus armor plus life drain, of course, works. That's a really nice combo to be able to take out a Tormentor.
They're coming over here, Team Spirit. Snake King, probably going to die for this. Skeeter will get out. Actually, Maureen's keeping over. They set the 2-1-0. You're right, Snake King's fine. And in fact, it's Miposhka that's paying the price, and Yatoro's got to start backing away. All right, they couldn't even kill the support at this point.
He is not an easy kill. He has a full Solar Crest. He's about to have a mech on top of it, too, and he's level 13.
I mean, Spirit's still hanging around here. Collapse waiting in the trees.
Actually, wait, Snake King is absurdly high level. Wait, what is going on? It's like the same level as the cores. Going to be level 14. The mech. This is going to be pretty tough for them to deal with. The fact that he's almost another core. He has the same net worth as Magnus. And Pugna, if he's not dealt with overall in a lot of team fights, he can be pretty crucial in terms of how much he can counteract any damage. And overall for Spirit, they already are lackluster in damage in this early game. And it's pretty crazy timings for the King of the Snays.
Ready to enter into Spirit's jungle again.
20-5. We haven't even seen a Soulbind combo, right? He's got level 2 Soulbind now. There are some cool combos that they can do in this game, Owen.
Oh, he wants this helmet, the Dominator creep dead. He'll get it.
They're going to start the Roche. You can't go there.
Absolutely not. Unless they wanted to go for some crazy YOLO play with the RP.
No, wait. Way too risky at this point when you're this behind. They do have the BKB on Laurel. Maybe if he had it a couple seconds ago.
They've hit the scan now. Indeed, any decision to get over here probably isn't going to come soon enough. They are going to smoke up.
If it was just a little bit sooner, perhaps.
Falcons, they'll have this secure. Skeeter grabs the Aegis.
They're going to look for the fight. It looks like there's a bit of a read here, though. Again, Falcons.
This is scary for Spirit. Just jump straight into Collapse. He'll drop the RP on towards him. Redbeam as well. They'll blow up Amar. But Maureen's in with the epic burrow strike, catching it onto the 2. The Skeeter's ready to step forward. They'll kill off through. The damage for Skeeter tearing through with Poshka as Collapse gets finished off by Maureen.
I swear he knew it. They were pinging it. I'm pretty sure Amar knew that they were there. Now it's a bait play. He jumps in, loses his life, but he forces RP, Requiem, all these different spells. It lets his team just come in and clean up. That's a couple times now I've seen them have a sacrificial lamb on the side of Falcons to just ensure the team fight win. Because I think it was Amar that was the one pinging. It was either him or Crit were pinging in the mid lane that they were there. I don't know if they saw something on the creeps or what it was, but they were 100% aware of that move.
Skeeter now with a full Hurricane Pike.
Tanky. That HP.
I mean, even in that last sort of instance, we saw how it did pretty much take everything to take down Amar. Because that was in a situation where they were able to stop him from getting the BKB off. If he gets the BKB off next time, that combo's not killing him.
And look what Amar has queued up. This is not one of those where he's, this is not one of those where like, I'm super sad that I'm queuing up the Midas. This is the, I'm super happy queuing up the Midas.
But I don't think he's actually going to buy it.
He's not going to buy it.
No, he's just memeing.
But it's the meme one. He's just, it's, you know, it's the case of what it is.
Oh. He's so careful stepping up. That's the tier 2 taken away.
Such fast pacing. 23 kills, 24 minutes. If you told me this was Falcons,
I mean, Spirit are looking for a potential jump. Collapse.
Skeeter.
I'm going to get the skewer back. 20 seconds or so still until the RP's back up for Collapse.
Skeeter's got multiple ways to play around it, too. If he has vision, he can just Hurricane Pike on the initial go as well. Another tier 2 being pressured. Spirit just gonna, might just have to let this one go as well.
But all eyes will be falling on Yakutou to see what he's able to pull together when the time comes for him to turn up to the fight.
The
For
true
the most
time.
part, he's been avoiding all the action. 0, 1, and 3, just focused on getting those timings. He's very close to well, yeah, but he's
Almost
about
has the button.
Yeah, a little bit away still from the butterfly. Falcons, they'll keep the kills coming in.
One of my extra worries, of course, for Spirit in this game, though, is the butterfly timing is a really good one for the Morphling, but this one, he kind of needs the butterfly and the BKB Owen. There's too many things that he has to deal with.
So many, yeah, kind of
too many stuns, silences, a decrep from a Pugna can just stop everything as well, too. So he needs the next 2 pretty badly in this game. And Skitter immediately, another tier 2 falls. They instantly swing to top. They're looking for the last tower. They are constricting the map completely of the side of Spirit.
Yeah, they're taking everything away from Spirit here.
Yeah. Look where Rue is having to farm. Look at the Shadow Demon. He's trying to find these desperate places. You know, the safest place is usually the most dangerous place at times. He does finish up his Blink Dagger, so can at least get closer to potentially go for some saves. But yeah, this tier 2, it's going down. And at the moment, actually, Crit, I think I like this even better if he can get it early. He has a Hex queued up. Why are you going to get an Axe if you can just control
Just
it?
hex him and kill him.
Yeah, you don't need a Morphling who's not that strong. You just kill him. Here comes that push.
And also left on the Aegis for Skeeter.
This is where Collapse can shine, so eyes on these skewers.
It's got to be huge stuff for him. Wants to try and give Spirit a chance of holding on here on the road to the International.
The thing is, too, he has to be a little careful because there are these Blink follow-ups. If he goes for a Blink Skewer RP, there's a crit with the Blink on the Grimstroke and then a Blink Epicenter, too. So it's not the easiest, per se, even if they do get the Skewers, in killing some of these heroes because there's the follow-up that's there for Falcons.
Tower's gone.
They'll play careful after they get that tower. Extra influx of gold. Collapse. We'll have the BKB ready in a moment.
Absolutely needs it. Can't afford to blink in and get tripped up by a Burrow Strike, Boundless Strike.
There's too many. Yeah, too many different spells that could just instantly trip him up. And as we've seen so far, Falcons very on point with reading the plays so far in this game. Scotty is soon finished up for Amar, too. Another pretty incredible item when you're playing versus the Morphling at this type of advantage, too. He's going to have it very soon. I don't know how Yatoro's going to take these fights. He needs that BKB.
It really is sort of a race to the BKB timing for Yatoro before Falcons turn the heat up.
They might have to smoke, though, to try to get outside, because all the lanes pushed in like this means there's just nowhere really for Yatoro to farm. And look at how Falcons has blanketed the vision, right? A ward placed in every single one of the lanes to watch if any movements come outside. So they'll see anything if it's not just a smoke movement out. Spirit has to play clustered as well. Rue has to pretty much hug Yatoro for the rest of this game. Oshka and Laurel looking for a play. Not the easiest one to do. Another timing has been hit. Crit, level 15, so he's got the Soulbind Spell Amp. which is insane with Sand King. Do have to always factor that one in. 25% spell amp on a Sand King is just crazy for that 7-second duration of the Soulbind. Picking up a gem next. The gold lead just continues to grow, Owen. And the items they're picking up, the anti-morphling items we call them, right? So Eye of Scotty finished up for the Monkey King. Shiva's is queued up on the Sand King. He even gets a pollen bag, right? I think I saw there on the Monkey King too, right? So this also reduces health restoration as well too. So all these little things, a Morphling trying to stack up versus it.
Dire are scanning.
Preparation is absolutely there.
Plays Spirit have to bring out now, have to be nothing less than perfect.
Pretty much, yeah.
To have to hold on against this incredible lead that Falcons has managed to build up this game.
Can they land the multi-hero RPs? It's pretty much, yeah, eyes on Yatoro to carry, but eyes on Collapse to get the big connections, which has not been given to him at all this game.
And I guess the question is, you know, for Falcons, are we going to see them keep the pressure on, or is it going to fall the same way as many of the other games where they're like, well, we've got a lead now, let's wait, make that lead a little bigger in a, the next 30 minutes of gameplay, and then we'll.
I think they look for the Roche push. They have all the BKBs. I think once they get Aegis, they can go for ending.
You think they, like this game, Falcons feel that they have that much of an advantage that they won't be feeling the necessity to play it super safe and hold back before going high ground?
I think I think they're ready to fight.
They're ready to go. Okay,
yeah,
let's have a look.
I think they're pretty much ready to fight at any time. But going high ground, they might wait for an Aegis. The push cut.
Should be able to find him. Amar. Get in. Everyone else's Spirit will run. Maureen does immediately jump up to the high ground to see if he finds anyone else hanging around, but the rest of Spirit are already out of there.
Always expecting that next hero. Level 20's been hit now. Skitter. Big damage talent now picked up for him.
Toro.
How's his BKB?
Just about 1,400 gold short.
So that's the condition that Spirit needs, just his BKB in particular. It's not going to be the end-all, win-all condition, but it's a really good one to at least give them a shot here. Portal.
They were maybe thinking about playing for the Tormentor, but they cannot do that.
No.
When Falcons are as close as they are.
Falcons does this one just as free as last time, same exact way that they did it before. Oh, that's a good one. Amar gets it for free.
A very nice job for him. Having quite the game here on the offlane Monkey King, as you say, getting to play what we know he loves to, this sort of carry-focused offlane. It's going fantastically for him so far.
He might actually go for this refresher next item. He's got the mana pool for it. He's got the items already. That kind of makes it very effective.
It's true, I don't mind it. Yeah, get up there, BKB, Wukong's command. You're able to hit the building, refresh, do it again.
Do it again, take the racks.
Yeah, they're going to be able to push for Mega Creeps pretty early this game, Falcons, if this continues.
Absolutely. How long on that Roche? It's a quick spawn. About 10 seconds, not even, 5 seconds. It's about to come up.
Surely we'll have to try and tackle this. I mean, maybe not. I guess you know the call is going to be coming from Yatoro. Whenever it's sort of the decision is made for them to fight, Spirit as a team will be looking towards Yatoro's guidance on that.
The question is, like, do they even attempt to contest a Roche, or is it just, guys, we've got Skewer on high ground. We're playing for high ground. That might be the case.
I think it might be. Yeah, it's all going to come down to this big high ground defense from Spirit.
Yep.
That's going to have to be one of the bigger ones we've seen from them. With this much of a deficit against this 20k advantage that Falcons have built up.
How close is the Shivas? Maureen is very close to having it. Laurel showed. Maureen is instantly looking for him.
Oh,
Laurel.
He plays way out of this one. Might have to BKB TP. He will. He'll play it safe. BKB TP to get out of that.
Did he see it? I didn't see if Maureen actually saw it there for a second. They may have not seen the BKB usage. Either way, though, Aegis is claimed. They've got the banner now. This could be their time to push. They might spend some of the gold before they do it, but this is likely the time that they're going to look to force as much as possible.
I mean, yeah, Ski just got so much money to play with. 4k gold in the bank. And getting close there as well on Amar. He's got 3,300 ready to spend up. And yeah, that's the timing here for Crip.
It's so early. You don't see this. A 30-minute hex on the 4 position, usually with a blink dagger.
I mean, this could pretty much end the game, right?
Yeah.
He gets in with a blink soulbind double hex. It could be game over and the end of the hopes and dreams from Team Spirit on this road to the International if Crit gets that jump.
Especially because in some of these situations, when you're at this deficit, right, your BKB usage has to be so clutch. Some of these players like to hold it until a certain scenario. He could just get hexed and die, right? So we'll have to keep tabs if he does get on Yatoro.
Risky play from Spirit, smoking up out on the map into this Aegis of Falcons.
They don't have BKB from Laurel either. It's still cooldown 35 seconds. He did just pick up his Aghanims. Does have that extra fear. He also hit 20, so extra control. See how Falcons wants to approach the high ground push. 5,400 gold on Skitter.
Spirit just waiting patiently. One misstep, one misplay.
Falcons doesn't want to. They don't want to do it. Maybe waiting to spend, like we were saying. But
And maybe sort of saying, guys, you know what, 34 minutes, do we really want to end now? Let's play to our element.
Amar's like, we
got a good 30
40
minutes more in this game.
Shield rune on Amar. He Q's away from the refresher, by the way. Still looking to grow a little more. It looks like with that harpoon queued up at the moment. What's Skitter gonna queue up? Did he get the Daedalus, or is he going MKB? He went Daedalus.
Yeah,
I figured it had
way.
to be. Okay, so Daedalus is finished up. He's gonna kill heroes so fast.
Yeah, with his Daedalus shard.
But everyone except for Yatoro is going to die so fast if Skitter is actually alive.
Yeah, BKBs aren't going to save them at this point.
No.
If Skitter gets his hands on them. So much physical damage now.
All right, maybe it is going to just be one of those where Falcons gets 40k.
I mean, there ain't no way. Are we actually going to be here for another 30 minutes?
I think it's starting to feel like we might be.
Amar. He's going to make the jump. There's the follow-up exit from Crit. They get the Wukos right now, but there's defensive disruptions there. RP on the two of them. Yatoro's able to put the BKB, fights back with a balance, trying to kill off Crit. Going to try and turn towards Amar. Amar jumping around the Wukons, trying to avoid Yatoro, but Yatoro's able to close in with the waveform. Balance strike from Amar gets him out of there, but Collapse hits the shockwave, skewer connects. Amar's gone.
That's a gem. That's a big pickup they get. Mishposhka grabs it. Skitter trying to get the split push, but they get a massive kill here. Two of them. They really wanted to try to punish this. They had the Hex, but the RP was absolutely ready. Collapse. He's there, and there's that Midas. Queued up. Ogre will pick one up.
Very much seeing the potential still of Yatoro on the morph.
Yep, Spirit.
Despite this huge lead that Falcons currently have. Bit of a slip up, and that sort of 50 seconds when Amar's dead. It's going to be a lot of timing where this Aegis is not going to really be able to be used anymore by Skitter, as Falcons will have to hold back. Spirit getting a little bit of breathing room. They did, of course, have the fortification forced out of them, so next time round.
But they get time for Yatoro's BKB to come back up, right? It's going to be back up as the Monkey King comes up, and only 20 seconds are left or so on that Aegis, so yeah, it does feel like maybe Falcons isn't going to go for this. Crit still does have smoke. They still do have Blink Hex plays, but have to be careful. They need to keep tabs of where this Magnus is in particular if they're going to go for plays like that.
Both Collapse and Rue there, just being in perfect position to
very true.
To bail Yatoro out.
Yep. Snaking. They found him.
And this is probably going to be another one then for Spirit. Don't mind if they do.
Kills.
All right. Well, they'll definitely take that. I mean, I feel like Falcons now losing these kind of kills here and there, they're definitely going to be like, well, look at that, boys. We can't end in 40 minutes. We're going to have to give it another 20 at least.
Yep, start queuing up and start thinking about the later stages.
Here we go.
How you're going to have to deal with them. Yep.
60-minute game coming right up.
There we go. Timeless Dazoon for Laurel. X getting closer and closer as well. Even with this 18k lead, we're seeing Spirit. They're able to fight around Yatoro now.
They're going to keep this going, Spirit. Smoke up.
Yep, they're feeling that power.
Managed to sort of find a little bit of a weak moment of Falcons, and they're doing everything they can to keep striking at it.
Amar. He's a tree. He gets hit by the poison.
He's able to balance to the side and put the BKB, but it's a lot of physical damage. Collapse able to slide in, get the RP down on towards him. Soulbind Hex is there under the two, and then Collapse in trouble, but the disruption from Rue comes in.
Collapse is dying.
Glimmer's there as well. Collapse on the retreat, he's going to live. He'll get out of there. Now Falcons are ready to bring the fight, but Yakutou out to put the BKB balance strike down on the two of them. The physical damage forcing Skinner to have to time max immediately. Miposhka, he's in on top of Amar, but Amar will turn, bring down Miposhka with the boundless. They take out the two supports here, Falcons, and they don't lose anyone themselves. Whew.
Amar with some fancy footwork there coming into play. Ends up keeping himself alive, gets the 2 kills on the supports. Yakutou has to bail. He knows he cannot die in that scenario. He's far too important.
And Collapse living on a minuscule bit of health there at the end. Clutch plays and saves. Coming in pretty much mainly from Brew again with the glimmers and the disruptions.
Takes so much damage. Honestly, Amar is doing a crazy amount of damage himself too. He drops to 10% in seconds on that Magnus. And now an RP was used outside the base. So 60 seconds. Does Falcons want to try something with that? Again, still very difficult to go toward that high ground. And they did not recover their gem, right? No. Collapse is the one who had it, so Snaking, he actually purchases a new one, I believe, for his team.
Lal very close to having his Hex online. Couple more creeps, and that will be there, so a bit more of a chance for him to make that jump.
They're starting to get, I mean, they're getting into positions to be able to take these head-on fights.
Keep going.
Yeah.
This is a team that is absolutely not afraid to get aggressive and active, making these plays despite being as far behind on the gold as they are. They know that their best efforts is to try and catch Falcons by surprise rather than just sit back inside that base.
Both teams having to be careful how they group up. The AoE damage, the AoE control from both sides is pretty ridiculous. As Yakutou, he's got the Daedalus.
Skeeter. He's going to have eyes on him. They're trying to turn us down his ground here. Linkus is going to be popped to Mark.
Collapse.
The tree's getting the vision. Look at the boundless strike on towards them. Collapse trying to skew him off the trees, but he's already off himself. He's going to put the BKB.
Hex,
Drop down the Wilcox command. They've got the control on towards Yakutou, but Yatourou's able to turn the Viking. He can use the boundless strike against him and
RP
get out of the waveform. RP is whiffed, but Yatourou's able to back out of the fight for now. Marine closes in with the epicenter burst strike over towards Rune.
Yakutou.
He's in on top of Yakutou. Miposhka will fall. Yatourou's got waveform up in a second. He'll get it off. He'll go for the TP out. Yakutou.
He's caught.
He's caught. Marine again finding the connection with the stun.
Snaking.
Falcons.
I think I actually didn't see what canceled the blink. I think it was Snaking, right? I'm not sure what canceled that blink from him, but something did. And overall, I mean, Snaking kind of solo killed the Shadow Fiend. Goodness. Amar also, the scouting he was able to do in that fight. He jumped over the Magnus's head, jumped off the tree as the skewer was coming on.
He was able to dodge that.
That was some next level stuff coming in from Falcons.
And now,
a decisive fight.
they'll definitely come in with a push. There's a full minute here without Yakutou. Falcons ready to get back on track, doing the damage here to the base, taking this top set potentially. The fortification will come out. But 50 seconds without Yakutou, without Lal here for Spirit.
That is, yeah, it's insane damage that Snaking actually did to Laurel. Now that I'm looking all of it, it's pretty much all of it.
Falcons, how much they want to push for here. Still 30 seconds to stick around.
They might be able to get it all. There's a glyph available.
These are seeing they just crazy damage, and he was coming out from that Bogner on that last fight.
It was like life trade plus Bogner. Yeah, insane.
It's Falcons. The Mega Creeps are going to be theirs.
They'll pop the glyph. 15 seconds,
Amar's going to want to stick around and finish off the job here with Skeeter. They're not going anywhere quite yet. Falcons, they'll claim the Mega Creeps. Now they'll back off as the respawns come in. Spirit, we saw them last game hold on for quite a while, but still obviously to that inevitable loss in game one against the Mega Creeps. Let's see how long they can hold on this time.
Much earlier this time. Mega Creeps at 40 minutes is much different than Mega Creeps at the 50-something minute mark. These heroes cannot really deal with them at this point in the game. And it's just going to be continuous momentum now, too, that shoves onto that side. Also, you know, not good economy that you get from those creeps. And Falcons, they can go anywhere they want. So Roche, there's for the picking. Skinner can go for the MKB if he wants.
Aghanims now online for Collapse. Historically, him and the Horn Tossers have been quite something in the internationals. Will it be enough?
Brit has double Soulbind and double Hex now also.
Falcons having a pretty close to perfect game two here against Spirit.
Very little mistakes that we've seen from them so far. And just the reading of the plays, right? Somebody sacrifices themselves, but the sacrifices for the most part have been absolutely worth it. Moments away from perhaps knocking Spirit out.
Will they do it before the 60 minutes?
It's looking. It is looking.
We're getting up there. We're getting up there.
I mean, now they are hitting pretty critical mass at very early. Refresher is done for Amar. They already have max slots on Skeeter, almost max on Malrine as well. This is really early to have all max items, 43 minutes. And they have this Aegis, so they could look to just shove it in and find that fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Setting up on top. Yatoro.
Oh. He's got it.
Okay, Crit, he is here.
Yeah, Yatoro's just got to run. Just let Rue die. Yatoro's out safely. Rue, not so much.
Okay, he's got. Make him work for it a little bit. Courier, snaking it. Can they get the snipe on it? It's a Reaver. They will. That is, I believe, the Satanic finish,
That
right?
would have been the full Satanic.
Oh, man, that's 3 minutes without it
And
finished.
he spent up for that Reaver, forfeiting buyback gold.
Ooh. He needs, I mean, at this point, he has to go all in, right?
Sure.
In this type of game, he has to have every item possible.
The risk doesn't pay off. He doesn't manage to make that delivery.
No, 3 minutes.
That's going to be a long 3 minutes.
They're going to smoke it. They're going to look to end this game. Arcane Rune bottom. Amar can pick that one up if you'd like to. Level 25 as well, too. So that massive Wukong. Good luck fighting inside of it.
Falcons, they really have made this game, too, look pretty easy.
Spirit, their hope now is pretty much bringing them in the fountain, it feels like. Collapse, he's got to make it happen.
It has to be something crazy from him. Falcons there, a very careful, meticulous team. They don't normally make those mistakes that end up in, putting them in positions where they can be in a fountain.
Comes the bush.
And there's the Hex. Straight away, they get the catch on towards Collapse. They're trying to bail them out with the Glimmer. He'll be hoping to get the BKB off. Turns towards Marine, gets the RP off onto the Sand King. That's Marine dead. Buyback comes out from Maboshka. Amar lays down the Wukongs, and they turn towards Yatoro. But Yatoro, into the Sand King, hides in the Sandstorm. Tier 4s are being focused now.
They have another Wukongs as well.
And they have no Collapse for 80 seconds. He's 900 gold or so short at the buyback. Spirit, can they hold on with the 4 of them?
Malrine's here. He bought back.
Falcons. They're so close here to pushing Spirit out of the competition. Jump forward in, but straight away the Hex catches him. He went for the blinker, but the Hex gets him immediately. He'll come in with the buyback. Yatoro is going to try and jump the backlines, but he's clipped by the silence of the Phantom's Embrace. He'll put the magic trying to turn, but the Hex is back up. He's out of the game for good. As game is over, GG is called. Falcons knock Team Spirit out of the road to the International, and Falcons will move on.
Very decisively in this game, too. That